Welcome to the WellPro 4000CE plate-to-plate transfer demonstration. Let's open a user program and we'll select the plate-to-plate 96 default file. We're going to edit that file so that we can create a more specific plate-to-plate protocol for this demonstration. We're going to remove the default name and rename this file plate-to-plate 96 50 microliters. We'll perform this test at medium speed for this protocol in a landscape format, and we'll use the next available row of clean tips. We need to select our source plate, which can either be P2, the center position, or P1, the front position. You can transfer from back to front or front to back, whichever works best for your application. Typically, the center position would transfer to the front plate. The volume in our source plate is 250 microliters. We're going to transfer 50 microliters into another 96 well plate in the landscape format. The volume in your destination plate to begin with will be 25 microliters. This is always important to know because we're going to dispense 50 microliters on top of the 25 microliters already in the sample. If mixing is desired, we can do that as well, but in this case we're not going to be mixing in either plate. You can transfer from row to row, which means you're going to transfer from row A of your source plate to row A of your target plate, and row B of your source plate to row B of your target plate, etc., until you finish the rows that you have selected. You can also choose to transfer from one row to several rows. So you could have a sample on row A of your source plate, and you wanted to transfer that to row A of your target plate, and then row B of your target plate, etc., until you transfer to however many rows you have selected. In that case, you could also perform an aliquot, which would save some time in the process when you're doing a one row to several rows plate-to-plate transfer. So for example, if you had a source plate with 200 microliters and you wanted to transfer from row A, it has 200 microliters. You wanted to transfer 15 microliters to each additional row of the next plate. You could select to perform that doing an aliquot. The system would pick up the sample, transfer from across the plate with an aliquot, and perform a plate-to-plate transfer very quickly. We'll continue for now with our row-to-row transfer at this time so that you can see how the instrument runs. This allows us to run basic plate replication, and we could run that either by row or by column, depending on your need. The touchscreen displays the data on its left side as operations are occurring. If for any reason while the instrument is running, if there is something you would like to check, or if you believe you've got an incorrect reagent on there or something that's an error, you can press the stop button. The instrument will ask you if you would like to abort or continue the procedure. If, for example, your reservoir did not contain enough reagent, or contain the incorrect reagent, you could tell the system yes, you would like to abort. In this case, the system is functioning properly, so we'll tell it no, and it will continue to fill the plate. So that process took approximately 53 seconds with the pause that we put in included to fill the plate, where you are using a different transfer with each row. If you're changing tips with each row, that will add a few seconds to the protocol overall, which is all dependent on what is required for your particular test. Thank you for your interest in the ProGroup WellPro instrument.